Okay. Just got a green light. So just give me a second, y'all. Okay, we're unlisted. I think we're good. So I'm gonna make this public and we're gonna get started here. Whoever's gonna watch this, it's gonna be fun. Public, done, save. And I'm gonna mute myself here. Okay, on air. All right, guys. I think we're live. What's up? Super Milesio here. It's been a minute since we've done something like this, and I'm super excited. As you might notice, this is not the Switch 1, but it is the Switch 2. As you can see by Mario Kart World and the nearly identical UI to the Switch 1, but that's another topic. We're going to be playing some Breath of the Wild today, but there's a little twist. If you want to open up the description, or if you read the title of this video, this is going to be something that I've dubbed Grand Master Mode. I made it up because I was thinking Master Mode just wasn't hard enough, right? And so what comes after Master? Grandmaster, obviously, when it comes to Yoda and chess and other things. And this, of course. So, I'm going to get started. You can open the description and read the rules, and I will reiterate them, vocally in just a sec. But I just wanted to briefly tell you why I'm doing this, because this is, of course, the Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild, and oh my gosh, does it look good, and I'm so excited to get into this. And we're going to do the same thing for Tears of the Kingdom. Now, I've done a lot of Breath of the Wild stuff on YouTube, and other stuff like that. Here, I'm going to actually, just so I can see the chat, just in case. I don't know if anything's going to happen, but you never know. But yeah, this is going to be something special, though. And I'm going to go ahead and get started so we can just talk as we go. But yeah, this is the Switch 2 version, which has been upscaled, double the frame rate, and it looks so good. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say sometimes it looks like a completely different game. And so that's one thing I wanted to do, is I've really been wanting to replay both this and Tears of the Kingdom. And, this seemed like a great time to do that. But also, it occurred to me recently that it's been so long. Sorry, I'm Xing out of a few things here. It's been so long since I've just fully experienced Breath of the Wild's story. Because I obviously did it once, the first time I played it. But then, every subsequent playthrough, I pretty much skip everything. Like, I skip all the cutscenes. And that's a bummer, so I want to fully experience the story again. Oh man, it already looks so good. And like, what better time to replay it than now, when everything is just at its best, performance-wise and otherwise, because it's going to be smooth. Now, obviously, you're watching this on a live stream, so you're probably not getting the full experience through the stream. But hopefully you're getting some of it. I think I had it streaming at 60 frames per second, if not 30, and it'll just be rock solid. Either way, hopefully you get to live vicariously through my reactions, how good this is. Now, one thing I want to note is that I had some issues with audio. You guys should be getting everything, I hope. But I cannot hear the game audio, which is a real bummer, and I'm figuring it out. I got a device that's going to help. Oh, my camera likes to not focus. Hopefully I can fix that. So yeah, I got like an adapter that's going to help, so I can split up the audio. But let's go ahead and get started. Oh, it's so smooth. It's just, you don't even realize how choppy it kind of feels, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it still runs just fine. But this is just something else. So let's talk about Grandmaster Mode for a second here. Take it. Man, and it is a bummer because I'm not hearing the sound, so I can't respond to things like that. But I'm going to get that fixed soon because I need to be able to hear this stuff as well. It's not negotiable. Oh, man. And the main reason I concocted this plan is because Tears of the Kingdom, sadly, at this point, and seemingly for the foreseeable future, does not have a Master Mode. And they've already said they're not going to do any DLC. And so even with the Switch 2 edition, you know, that's not happening. Oh, I totally forgot, guys. I'm sorry. I have to figure this out real quick. I am going to connect Zelda notes. That's the whole other reason I wanted to do this, because I'm so excited to try out this, specifically the voice notes feature. That's going to be so interesting. So here we go. I'm going to try and... Oh, we're connected already. Awesome. So I'll turn my phone to Do Not Disturb real quick. Searching for voice memory. Is that beeping going to happen constantly? Really? Maybe I'm just already close to one. So you guys should be able to hear that as we're going. What, Zelda? That's gonna get annoying. Why are you so doing that? Well, I'm gonna leave that for a sec, and hopefully she'll go ahead and tell me the voice note instead of just beeping. But I'm excited to try that out. I'm gonna move this further away from you so it's not as annoying. And so yeah, I devised a way to just make the game harder. Artificially, not baked into the actual game. Look, you can see his abs now. What? That's crazy. I mean, he had like abs sort of, but you can see extra lines there. I'm probably making a big deal out of that. Oh, I'm so excited. But let me just go with the rules as I remember them. Biggest one, well, obviously play in Master Mode. That's step one if it's Breath of the Wild. Play in Master Mode. Rule number 2, and this is the big one. Oh, I'm getting close to a voice memory. Rule number 2 is I cannot... Oh, look at this. I cannot pause the game during a battle. That's the big one. And that's going to be tough. Now, what that means is that I cannot eat food, change clothes, or fast travel during a battle. And what battle means is that if an enemy sees me, I cannot warp away or eat or anything like that. I have to do any and all prep before the battle or after it. And if an enemy sees me, I've got to either just run away physically or fight them, you know. That's going to be the biggie. Zelda, what is going on? Okay, I just need you to tell me where this memory is and why are you beeping so much? Well, I'm going to turn that down. And we'll turn it up when she starts talking. How about that? It says we're near one, though. I don't know. That seems strange. But anyways. No champions abilities, because I realized how much I was relying on Urbosa's Fury, especially. I can use Revali's Gale, and that's just a convenience thing. I'm not using that for combat. I don't see myself trying to escape with Revali's Gale. I just use it for convenience. Bye-bye. I know I said I'm trying to experience the story, but I know what the old man's trying to tell me, so whatever. Woodcutter's Axe. That's our first weapon. How about that? Wait, I'm not even playing in Master Mode. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm such an idiot. What a great start to the stream, y'all. I should have clued in when it wasn't even... Yeah, it wasn't even a red thing. So just... This gives me more time to talk, I guess. It's whatever. We're going to be here a while. And I hope you'll stick around for the ride. New game. It's classic. But yeah, no champions abilities. What else did I put in there? No amiibos. No gear and food from amiibos. And I say that because I have Wolflink here, and we might use him at some point. And also stuff like Epona, you know. Just if I want, you know. But not until I have an actual horse from the game. So I can't rely on amiibos like I did before. DLC stuff, we'll just have to see what I want, how I want to restrict myself. We'll see how difficult this already is. But yeah. And so we're going to do the same thing for Tears of the Kingdom, except it doesn't have an actual master mode, so we're just going to have to, you know, we're just going to have to entirely rely on our own rules, which I think will make it pretty interesting. So, I don't know exactly how these streams are going to be. I think tonight I'm going to stream for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and we'll see like how far I can get, maybe even like up to the first Divine Beast, because I know the plateau doesn't take too long. For me, it's like 40 minutes at most, if I don't dally too much. And then from there, we're just going to go through the main quests, because I'm not going to lie to you, I really want to fully experience this game, but I am eager to get to Tears of the Kingdom as well, and then we're going to go through that whole game on stream as well. And I don't think I'm going to play them at all unless we're on stream, which is going to be tough for me. Or I won't play on these files, at least. These will be purely streaming files until we beat the game, and then I can do whatever I want with them. How's that sound? So just be us, because, I don't know, I think it'll be cool. And so here we are back, skipping that because we just did it, and we're gonna actually start the game now. Welcome. I see there's 2 concurrent viewers here, or 1 views right now. I don't know how that works, but whoever's here, say hello if you want, and we'll start up a little chat. Okay, but man, so Switch 2 came out, obviously, that's what we're doing. I've been playing some Mario Kart the past 2 days. It's pretty sick. We can talk about that in a little bit. It's a lot of differences, but I mean, it looks so good, and it feels so good to control. It's just very different in a lot of ways. But another thing that I got is this, the Switch 2 Pro Controller. And it's very similar to the Switch 1, except for one thing that I'm actually really curious to try out in this game, and that's the GL and GR buttons, grip L, grip R, which are 2 little secret buttons on the grip that you can press with your fingers back here. And you can map them to any button you want for each game that you play. So for this game, bear with me here, I mapped GR, the right grip, to the run button, so B, and I mapped GL to the whistle button. And I'm going to show you why in just a second here. Maybe some of you guys already know if you're a speedrunner or something like that. But yeah, so we've been streaming for, I don't even know. Where does it say? Oh, 12 minutes. Good night. We haven't even started. No game connection found. Come on. Okay. Oh, thank God. I can turn off the sensor sound. Wow. Alright, thanks Nintendo for that. That's great foresight. There we go, guys. If you don't know about the whistle sprint, which they got rid of for Tears of the Kingdom, shed a tear for that. The only bad thing about it, it's basically you spam the whistle button and the run button at the same time, and you can run without using stamina. It's not quite as fast, but it's much faster than just walking. And so, you know, I do that all the time. And it's just uncomfortable because I have to actually move the analog stick with my finger up here, and then, like, I just changed my whole hand configuration. But with these grip buttons, I can run without pressing the B button. I just have this finger back here. Or I can whistle with this grip while I run, so I won't have to change my hand configuration at all. Also, this never occurred to me, but you can't really run in this game and change your camera direction all at the same time because you have to take your finger off the B button. So now, once I get used to this, I can run like this and change camera at the same time. That's a game changer, honestly. And I don't know if I want to get too used to it, because then what if I have to go back to another controller? It's going to be tough. But here we are, guys, in actual Master Mode, I think. Right? Better be. Yeah. Thank God. Okay. I do believe that was my big apple. Blah, 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 blah. I know you are. I hope Zelda's going to speak up. If there's a memory that's noteworthy. And here we are. We've made it back to where I was when I realized that I was even more of an idiot than I thought. Let's see how many times I forget that I don't have a paraglider in this run. Boom, first Korok. One down, 899 to go. Just kidding, I already did that, and I'm not doing it again. Okay, so let's just officially start the time now and see how long it takes me to get through the plateau. So we're at 15 minutes. I think by the time the first hour hits, we'll be out of the plateau. You can mark my words. But yeah, so, or I could just squeeze both of the grips like this and run. Uh-oh, here we go. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Not just yet. Not ready for that. Zelda's about to probably, yep, there we go. This is not a speed run, by the way. I think that's probably pretty clear, but no. But I'm not gonna dawdle, like I said. We're gonna try and, you know, make some quick work here. I guess we'll go to the point. Really no reason not to. There's so many enemies here that it's just not even worth it, I think, to try and fight, like that one right there. I don't think, no. Yeah, it is going to be tricky, and, you know, Master Mode is all about, in these early stages, towards the end it does kind of get obsolete, the changes they made in Master Mode. The only one is, like, the regenerating health with certain bosses is, like, super frustrating. I don't know why I just did that as an accident. But see, look at that. And I'm just by habit, I'm changing my my hand configuration because I normally do that, but I'm trying to get used to not doing that. So I could just use the normal run button if I wanted and just use this grip here. That's a little more comfortable. But man, yeah, this game is really good. And I think another thing that I just want to do is do a playthrough of this game and then Tears of the Kingdom back to back. Because I haven't really played through this game since Tears of the Kingdom came out. And I just want to give them both a fair shot, even though I'm pretty dang sure that my ranking isn't going to change and Tears of the Kingdom is at the top right now. I don't see that changing. But I have only done one playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom. And it was a long playthrough, it was like 130 hours. But I've only gone through the story once, and I've only had ever one file, ever, because I was kind of waiting for like a master mode maybe to do another playthrough, and that never happened. So sometimes on multiple playthroughs, you can realize that certain things don't hold up as well. Like some games really suffer from multiple playthroughs. Great Plateau Tower, and it looks stunning. Look at all this. It's so sharp. And I'm pretty sure that it's even being hampered a little bit by going through my capture card. It's so incredible. And the loading times, we haven't seen very many yet, but man, they're good. Or they're really fast. Yeah, like I said, I can't hear the game sound, and you don't realize how much you rely on that, so hopefully I don't end up screwing myself too much. It's wild. It's like I just read through all the Hunger Games books. Man, like all 5 of them, including the prequels. And when Katniss goes deaf in 1 ear, it's like, you don't think about that, but man, that would just cripple you so much if you're so used to that. Anyways, you have been asleep for the past 100 years. I can't even hear the stuff, so I don't know what language this is in. Because I have it in my previous files, I had it set to Japanese. That's interesting. Well, I do want it to be English, so the next time it'll be in English regardless, but maybe it's in Japanese now, so just because I like to mix it up, and it's more interesting to hear the voice acting in Japanese for me. And I apologize for any background noise you're hearing. And there will be quite a bit, because my little sister's having a sleepover tonight, of course, and they are 2 of the most loud children I've ever encountered. Okay, and I'm not going to do my special little cheat fall right now just because I don't trust myself to do that. So we're just going to run down the old-fashioned way. Oh! I don't need to talk to you. What was I saying? But yeah, so, like for instance, I was talking about games, multiple playthroughs, stuff like that. Don't talk to me, please. Bruh. I don't need to talk to you. Get your lantern and your stick and get out of here. I'll go to the shrine, okay? Look, you can see, like, the leaves on Link's stick. Just look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at the detail. Look at those ridges. I never saw those before. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Did you guys see those? I didn't. No death would be more certain. Zelda ain't said nothing yet. Come on, Zelda. I mean, I haven't really seen anything yet. Except this doof. Yeah, no comment, Zelda. This is your dad? Really? No thanks. Okay, so I'm going to cross this. We're going to go to Magnesis first. Just kind of makes the most sense to me. Let's see how this works. This grip and the run button. I guess that works. Or I can just squeeze both grips. We'll figure it out. But the whistle run, it looks different in 60 frames per. It's so jerky in you know. Everything's so much jerkier with 30 frames per second. Again, I don't know if this is streaming at 60, but it is just buttery for me. It's crazy. Come on, y'all. I see at least one person's here. Say something. Oh, we got an EX chest. Why not? What do we got? Probably opal? Ruby? Alright, let's get in our first shrine of the day. Look at the texture on that pedestal. I'm going to be doing that a lot. You guys got to just get used to it. Yeah, I think Zelda's probably not going to say anything for